Alright, hello everyone. Hello, we're back with more Star Wars The Old Republic. We are currently heading to our ship's intercom to head to our next location.
Ah, yes. I can sense the new power within you. Good. And I would suggest...
Tagasar Jais in Barks Prize war Tyren Swase Ikbus Karadida.
For once, I agree with a monster. Break into Thanaton's meditation chamber and blast him with all those dead Sith you've piled up.
Then set a course for Drummond Cuss.
You got it, Captain. But if you face him with his defenses up like last time, you're toast. Don't forget it.
If there's any way I can aid you, my lord, let me know.
My lightsaber is ready, should you have need.
Up now, we sons.
Are we actually going to go face Thanaton now? Because that's pretty awesome. Looks like they got It kinda is better. The saber staff, though, is it not like a dual lightsaber? Okay, it is. So if I go in here, right, control right click and take my color crystal. Cost me some money, but whatever. And then go into... It's just red without the other color crystal. Okay. Alright. Then I go in here. Equip this one and then go... Wait. What's yellow without the color crystal? Weird. Alright. Right click. Then we equip it. I'll keep using this color crystal because it's good. Okay. And then my other two party members want to talk to me.
I cleaned the vessel from stem to stern in your absence.
Oh, you again.
I can smell the difference.
I know Andronicus is rather attached to the ship, but I was wondering if I could fly it now and then. Master Ryan said I showed exceptional aptitude at flying in simulation training, but I've never been able to pilot the real thing.
You'd have to get Andronicus to agree, but I have no problem with it.
I'll be very careful, I promise.
9,000 EXP just for that? Alright. You want Talos?
So, explain this to me. The tomb of Naga Sadao on Korriban was built by Tulak Horde before Naga Sadao was even born? And that's where you found the Deshard Shadow Killer? And when your master tried to steal your body, you used the artifacts of Tulak Horde to put her being into this Deshard?
Somehow when you describe it, it sounds completely nuts.
It's our job to piece together the puzzle of history. Darth Zash and I have been talking. Well, when she's around. I would love to speak more with Kemval, but I don't think he likes me.
Being locked in stasis for hundreds of years was hard on him.
Do you know I never thought of it that way? Yes, I'm sure that's it. Perhaps I could give him a few social pointers.
I would leave him alone, if I were you. He is liable to become violent.
Nonsense. Well, the monsters I have encountered in the dark corners of tombs make Kemval look positively civilized. I understand you inherited quite the archive from Zash. I would love to see it sometime.
I would love to show it to you.
Excellent. The quest for knowledge is eternal.
Quest for knowledge is eternal. Alright. We're gonna travel to German Kos. This is one of the first planets we went to. So the first planet is Korriban, so German Kos is typically the second planet most people would go to as a Sith. I think Hutta is the first world if you're a agent or bounty hunter. I think. All right. See, in Star Wars Episode 9, Drummun Kos is the planet I thought that they should have used for the ancient Sith world. Come out here. I can't. Sick. All right. Let's fly
Destination?
over to here. It's raining on Drummun Kos. What a surprise. Look at this person. He's level 11 gold elites. But in this planet, I may be level 44 overall, but on this planet I'm bound to my max level, which is 17. That's increased by 5. Endurance increased by 5%. So every time you finish a storyline in this, you gain the benefit of those buffs for future playthroughs. So now I've done the Stormtrooper and... Or not Stormtrooper, the Republic Trooper, and I've done the Sith Juggernaut or Sith Marauder, whatever that class overall is called. We did theirs. And now I have the Sith Inquisitor buff, so I got all those bonuses when I played this character. Alright, we're gonna go beat on Darth Thanaton. That's the plan. Got our rocket boots. And this place is so gigantic, my rocket boots only got me through this room. Not even fully. It's silly like to show off, you can fall to your death in that room. This is quite the chamber.
That was quick thinking, buying off Lord Cineratus. You'll be pleased to know the hedonist has already gambled it all away. Man served me well for 13 years until you bought him. Playing on a fellow Sith's pleasures, clever move.
The sooner we get this done, the better.
Talk makes you impatient. You are young and proud. No doubt all you see is a withered old man waiting to be crushed and succeeded. Roland,
Yes, Master.
the apprentice of a disobedient Sith must die. Let us do our solemn duty. This time, I will be sure to dispose of your corpse personally.
I didn't want it to end like this.
Just set me at them.
Roland, you're kind of weak, dude. Is that actually better than what I'm wearing? No.
You must stop this nonsense now.
Don't let him talk to you like that.
He's a treacherous snake. Cut out his fangs.
Careful now. Don't lose control.
I warned you my ritual was dangerous. I warned you it was not for the weak, but you drank the poison.
What have you done, you fool? You can't handle that kind of power.
Correct, dude. I can handle whatever kind of power I want.
What just happened? Where's Thanaton?
You're dying, little snake. Don't struggle. It'll only prolong the agony.
One thing I forgot to mention about the Force binding. You should never, ever bind more than one ghost at a time. Or else, well, you'll see.
I command you to leave.
We thought you might say that, but we'd rather not.
We had no choice but to serve you before, but now we can finally have some fun.
But you did have a choice. Literally gave you the choice.
Sith. Back in the land of the living. Easy now.
You overextended yourself. The ghost's power was too much for your body to adapt to so quickly. And that's not to mention the little chats you've been having in your sleep. Let me guess, the ghosts?
They won't be quiet. How did you know?
I know a thing or two about voices invading one's thoughts.
Whatever the cause, you look dire. And Thanaton will take advantage unless we find a cure quickly.
Give me some time to do some research. Ashara, I'll need your help. Holocrons are impossible these days.
Got 26,000 XP for that. Look at that. Gosh. What we got in here? Alright, so we got ourselves a hat that's better than what we got. Alright. This that's better than that. Good. I should probably equip this in this one. It's not really better considering I get the 35 endurance anyway and lose. Yeah, that's not better. But this is better. And it's pretty cool looking. I don't know what that means. Oh. Well, that was that. We didn't actually get to fight Thanaton, which is kind of rude. We did at least get to blast him away, just, you know, subconsciously. And we killed Roland, whoever the fuck Roland was.
My lord, I've been studying the Sith code lately, and I'm wondering what you think of the line, "Peace is a lie." There doesn't seem to be a lot of room for interpretation, but I know you are an ardent proponent of peace.
There's a difference between complacency and genuine peace.
The Jedi are not complacent. When it is necessary, we act. The Jedi Code is the core of our philosophy. We learn it by heart, and it's the foundation of everything we do. But I guess it's different for the Sith. The Sith Code is more a description than a guide.
Some take its words very seriously.
Which is better? The ones that truly believe peace is a lie, or the ones with no code at all? How can there be peace with the Sith Empire when every Sith does their own thing? This task we've taken gets more difficult every day.
You'll be alright.
If you don't mind my asking, how is it you became Sith, my lord? The process is completely foreign to me. I had a brother who was Force-sensitive. Darth Ma came and took him to Korriban, but we didn't hear from him again after that. Ungrateful little rat thinks he's too good for us now, my father said. But really, I think he just missed him.
Most of the people who go to Korriban to become Sith die in training.
She looks so
Don't know
happy
my
she said
brother.
that.
He never took no for an answer. We Drellic boys might not look like much, but we fight back. Father always wanted one son in the Sith and one in the military. Admittedly, the Imperial Reclamation Service wasn't his first choice, but after all the cursing stopped, I think he warmed up to the idea.
What did your father have against the Imperial Reclamation Service?
The Drellics are a proud family line, and my father is simply the proudest of the lot. The Imperial Reclamation Service shores up the Empire's foundations against the flood of forgetfulness and misinformation that threatens our history. I'd like to see a fighter pilot establish the lineage of a 3,000-year-old Sith Lord with nothing but rocks and a dead language.
I have always believed that knowledge will ultimately win out over the lightsaber and the blaster.
Thank you, my lord. It is my honor to serve.
Be that as it may, having a good lightsaber duel is pretty awesome.
Hey, Sith, we make a pretty good team. I was thinking I might take off after I found Reich, but the old job just doesn't sound quite as appealing.
I'd be honored to have you with me.
Maybe sometime I'll take you out into open space, show you the thrill of lying in wait for a big freighter and a big payoff. I may be out of the game, but my skills are sharper than ever.
Okay. Sure. Alright, Kemval, what do you got for me?
Please order your monster to settle down. His raging makes it impossible to get any reading done.
In piso se waitai spira presin kretai. In pise e wanata atragata injais. Godais akran bayradans jawan jandans in pan guidis.
My apologies. I didn't realize the consequences would be so dire.
Your apologies are wasted, it seems. I really am quite grateful. You've no idea how much easier it's been to think since the storehouse. And I have to say, I'm growing used to this body. It has its limitations, certainly, but such strength.
Don't get too settled. Kem won't like it.
He doesn't have much of a choice, does he? Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to get some research in while the monster's at bay.
Hey, level 45. Okay. Let's use the intercom.
It makes no sense. Darth Thanaton produced over 3,000 volumes, writings and holocrons. Makes a one-line notation. I'm hearing voices, must find cure. Then nothing. In 3,000 volumes, not a single other mention of the subject.
Do you think Thanaton could have tampered with your resources?
These are common diaries, not Sith secrets. There's no reason anyone would... No, you're right. Why didn't I see this before? Volume 2397, line 232. killed my fourth apprentice today. Caught him spying. Seamla, volume 2455. Killed my fourth apprentice today. Caught him spying. The entire volume is a duplicate.
What happened to the other volume?
Thanaton must have grasped what was going on when he confronted you and ordered the volumes switched. Let's hope he didn't destroy them. He keeps a private, heavily guarded library under Drummond Castle. I'm not supposed to know about it, but for various reasons I do. I'm guessing Darth Vilus's missing volume and another by Darth Thanaton are there. Both could be imperative to your survival.
Excellent. I like surviving. Alright. Go to Darth Thanaton's library. I assume we're staying on Drummond Cass. By the way, since these ghosts were dicks and tried to take over and, you know, kill me, they're not getting their way now. Unless it forces me to use dark side points, in which case we gotta go light side. It's the rule. I get this man again. I had to use this one last time we came out of here. To the spaceport.
Ready for departure.
Back to where we were before. Okay. We get to make this trip twice in one day. The exciting time to be alive. Background noises on this planet are like interesting. I keep hearing a sound. I'm like, is that in the game or in real life? I'm like, no, that's obviously a sound that would be in game, but it just sounds very odd. There seems to be a lot more people playing lately, though. I know it doesn't sound like seem like a lot, but I see a lot more people just out running around than I used to. Like, especially in drama. Then again, when you're playing these games like these older MMOs that didn't quite, I can't say didn't quite hit it off, because Star Wars: The Old Republic was and still is quite popular, but it's nowhere near WoW or FF14. You see a lot of people just out and about in the early areas, but not so much in the later areas. Like you'll see them, but they're just not quite as prominent. Like on Hoth, we ran into like 3 or 4 people, which is way more than I usually do. That person has a chem ball right there. Speaking of which, Strela, can you use any of these? Well, he likes that. Alright, there we go. Doesn't like that.
That's quite the gift. Thank you. Most useful. Most useful indeed.
I have a few more that I can check with him in the ship.
Stop right there. Sorry, my lord, but you're not allowed in here.
You will let me in. I'm welcome here.
We will let you in. You're welcome here.
You figure he...
Thanaton keeps his most useful holocrons on the far wall. I'm sure he wouldn't mind if you took one.
You figure if this was a secret library, you wouldn't be allowed to, or you'd want people who weren't easily, like, force persuaded. Just my thought on it, anyway. Just a musty old suit of armor. Price of power. Tablet covered with scratchings of an ancient language. Darth Thanaton's holocron. But several holocrons belonging to Darth Thanaton.
The ritual I performed was too much power too quickly. I am disintegrating rapidly. I have begun to drain parts of my power into holocrons, though it is only a temporary solution. My research points to a cure, almost too amazing to fathom, but I must try, and I must succeed. It will require going into the heart of Belsavis, a place so racked with chaos I shudder to think of going. Still, no time for hesitation. I go now, or not at all.
Belsavis? Well. There's quite a few holocrons here. Before we do that, I do want to... Here it is. Get a little bit of bonus EXP, why not? Extra EXP. After perusing the many pages, you find volume 2397 of the Writings of Dark Villas. After more scanning, you locate the relevant passage. Voice is growing more persistent. Must find cure soon. Having trouble concentrating. Have heard that a new species on a planet called Voss knows healing rituals far beyond our own. Must go and find, but the ritual is real. But these strange aliens will not share it. They're secretive, private, and they have no respect for the power of a Sith. They worship their mystics and follow their every command. My voices grow louder by the day. Alright.
I am truly honored
Back to the intercom. But first, break time. Alright guys, so let's take a break. We'll come back and we got more Star Wars for you. Got about a little over an hour left, so let's kick some butt.